So it's December, it's less than a month away from the new year, so you can bet your little ass, or big ass if you have one, that every single study YouTuber, self-improvement YouTuber will start making those like how to beat 2025 New Year's resolution guide. And that's because it's normal and it will guarantee views from like the average viewer on YouTube who has like room temperature IQ. But do you want to know the actual way? No BS, like actually this is the way to increase your odds of achieving your goals next year. You want to know? Start them now. That's it. Because if you logically think about it, if you have to wait till January 1st to start, when January 1st ends, you'll probably stop, right? It's even in the name, like New Year's resolution. Think about it. New Year's resolution makes it sound like it's only supposed to last for the New Year's. So when does the year no longer be new? Well, January is still pretty new. February is still pretty new. March is like kind of getting old. But April, like maximum April, that's when you no longer see the year as the new year. It's just the current year. And guess how long New Year's resolutions last? Up till April. On average, they last 3.74 months. So 3 to 4 months. The specialness will wear off eventually. Society has what I call the special event fetish. It basically means we are looking for that one special thing that happens and then everything afterwards will work out just fine. And I think so much of this comes from social media and like the movies that we watch. Because for example, I grew up watching Spider-Man, right? I was a Spider-Man kid, then I became like a Batman teenager, which is kind of funny because as a kid, Spider-Man has no money, but he has powers. So as a kid, you want powers. And then when you grow up, you want to be like Batman because he has no powers, but he has money. Because as you grow up, you want money. That's a thought for another video, but basically as a kid you watch all these shows where there's this one event, the radioactive spider event, where he gets bit, then everything afterwards gets way easier for him. He suddenly gets really jacked overnight, he gets a girl, he beats up the bully, he does the... And so through the media I've kind of been trained to wait for that moment. I think that's more for guys, and then for girls it's more like the romance movie where the girl is sad, then he meets the love of her life, and maybe they fight and maybe they break up, but then by the end of the movie they live happily ever after. The special event fetish. It's just about that one moment where everything changes. But the thing I don't agree with is that in all the media, it's happening to the characters. Rarely do the characters make it happen. But in real life, it's the opposite. It's not that the special thing happens to you, it's that you have to go out and make it happen yourself. You have to put in the work, and yeah, the superhero does. Think about it. There's always that training montage, but it's just that. It's a montage. They make the work the smallest part, but they make the origin story, the special event, the biggest part. The thing is, in the movie, Eye of the Tiger starts playing and the training montage lasts like 3 minutes, but in real life, it could last like 3 months, 3 years. In the movie, it's like 90% fun, the adventures, and then 10% is the training. But in real life, it's the opposite. It's 90% training. It's kind of like when Usain Bolt said he practices, every day for years just to run 9 seconds. Because who you truly are and how you truly work is how you work when no one is looking. Like with this video, the script I have right here, right? I did an extra 2 revisions on this script, even though I didn't have to. If I didn't say this, you wouldn't know, no one would know, but I would know. So that's why I did the extra revisions to make it just perfect. For me at least. So yeah, that's the special event fetish, and I think New Year's resolution is such a perfect example of the special event fetish. But saying I'm so pumped to achieve my goals, and then saying, oh, let's wait until January 1st, it's kind of like saying I'm so pumped to jump into the water, but right now it's kind of cold, so I'm going to wait till it's warm. Why don't you jump in right now? Because if you can jump in right now, when it's cold, when it's warm, you'll be fine. But if you jump in when it's warm, when it gets cold, you're going to come out of the water. And so what you want is to start when it's hard. By the way, a simple pro tip is that you don't have to start your goals on January 1st. You can actually just start right now and just make extra progress. It's kind of like when you want to study and it's like, 2:52 and you want to start studying, but you think, oh, let's just start at 3 because 3 is a nice round number and I can study for 1 hour. If you just start now, you just make more progress. Waiting another 8 minutes for 3 o'clock changes nothing. And so we understand this when it comes to studying, it's so obvious, but when it comes to the New Year's, we do the exact same thing. We wait for no reason. There are only like 2 outcomes from waiting for like the perfect moment of the special event. 1, it never happens, or 2, it does happen, but usually people who wait for that event don't even take advantage of it to the maximum extent, even if it happens to them. And there's like a multitude of Instagram quotes about, don't wait for the perfect time. But I think perfect times do exist. It's just that they only happen to the people who went through the hard times first and they created the perfect time. It's just on the other side of a few hard weeks or months. And so you could start that hard period now before it's 2025. And by the time it's 2025, you might be entering the easy time or the perfect time instead of waiting days and losing days of progress for no reason. So you can start them now, midway through the year, the first day of the year, the 5th day of the year, it doesn't matter. So right now it's December, but I'm already starting my next year's goal and planning and actually implementing some of the fitness stuff. Basically, I won't get into it, but basically some of the fitness stuff that I have planned for next year. I view it kind of like reading for the next chapter before the teacher goes about it in class. You can just read on your own time and just make more progress. So I think one practice to get rid of the special event fetish is to ask yourself, what if the special event happened right now? What would you do? So imagine it's January 1st right now. What would you do differently? Instead of doing it differently then, do it differently now. Take action. So yeah, if you want to crush your goals for 2025, my free community won't help you with that, but I do post more of my shit in there that you might find interesting, so you can go click that. It's the first or second link. And yeah, give me a kiss.